Good morning, everybody at Mahonison High School, students and staff alike. As you can see, I have a very distinguished guest with me this morning, and would love to welcome our very own and fabulous Blinn to our segment for today. Good morning, how are you?
Good morning, Mohan, my people, I miss and love you.
It's so great to see that you're doing well.
I am.
So in trying to, keep up with my own professional life and my professional reading, I've been reading a lot lately about the importance of gratitude, and just some of the facts that jumped out to me that, having an attitude of gratitude can result in improved physical health, less aches and pains, better psychological health, better sleep, among other things. So I was hoping that maybe you could talk to all of us a little bit today about this concept of gratitude. And for anyone out there in our audience today that might not even really know, maybe that's a completely new word to them. What exactly is gratitude?
Well, I appreciate you inviting me on. I love this topic. Gratitude is one of many positive emotions that we feel. Gratitude is really about focusing on what's good in our lives, really paying attention to that and being thankful for those things. So it's about sort of pausing and saying, noticing and appreciating like what we often take for granted, like having a place to live, healthy food, clean water, a loving family, supportive friends, and even like computer access during a pandemic so we can stay in touch with friends and loved ones. So gratitude is good for our mental health because it helps us to have greater appreciation, self-control, generosity, self-worth, and happiness.
So I've actually heard before that, I think in this situation, there's a lot of people, adults and kids alike, that are feeling some anxiety in this kind of unknown, wheels off situation that we're in. And I've heard in a couple different places that it's almost impossible for your brain to be anxious and grateful at the same time.
There's some truth to that, and the research shows us that. Also, creativity is another thing that it's very difficult for the creativity, gratitude. These things can turn off the anxious brain. So researchers tell us they discovered that there's actually 4 parts to gratitude. So it's to notice, think, feel, do. So what we notice in our lives for which we can be grateful is the first. How we think about that, how we think about why we have been given those things, how we feel about the things we've been given, and what do we do to express appreciation in return or in turn. So what I would recommend to students and faculty watching who want to cultivate gratitude in your own daily lives is to start simply and to begin by noticing. Noticing is a powerful first step for people. And just by noticing more in your daily life, the happy or beautiful moments, birds chirping, an awesome smell that you might have just not paid attention to before, stating these things out loud, and even starting conversations with family and friends about things you're grateful for. Just by introducing and noticing those things in your life, you'll increase the experience of gratitude in your own life. So now may be that perfect time to start doodling or drawing or writing in a daily gratitude journal, or maybe having some conversations at dinner with your family if you're sitting down for meals, or even while you're FaceTiming with friends. So, here are some of the prompts that I was thinking of in terms of our recent experiences with being home. So one thing you might ask is, what is your favorite activity to do while you're home, while you've been home? Or what is one food you're really grateful that your folks stocked in the fridge or in the cupboards so that you have? What are 3 ways to say thank you without using the words thank you? If you had to give up all of your possessions and could only keep 3 things, what would they be and why? Or what technological advancement are you most grateful for? And for me, as I'm a person who loves to connect with others, and that's what I do, having Google Meets and learning Google Classroom has been something I've been very grateful for. Not that good at it yet, but I'm very grateful for it.
So you mentioned an idea of a gratitude journal, and I wrote that down because I think I'm going to try to start one. But maybe for some people, myself included, I'm like, oh, geez, it's been quite a while since I've really written anything. Does this have to be like long journal entries? Can it be just like a couple of sentences each day?
Absolutely. But, one of the things that they encourage you to do is to pick a certain time every day and to have some routine in doing it. So bedtime is a great time to do it. And it's a great time to sort of reflect on your day and to think about what were the really good things that happened in my day today? What are the things that I'm truly grateful for? What were some of those blessings? What are those silver linings in my life right now? And so I would encourage you to have it should be creative and there should be a flow to it, but there should also be a little bit of a structure behind it.
That's great. So now I'm thinking about maybe some of our kids, some of our staff members that are a little bit further along in this understanding of gratitude, and they're at a point where they really want to express that gratitude toward others, which I think could be a little bit of a challenge given our kind of semi-quarantined state.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any ideas for folks as to ways that they can express that gratitude?
Yes, it's really fascinating. I think the human spirit is about being helpful and helping others. And I think many of our students and faculty may be like me, a person who likes to take action. So I have a few suggestions that I think might be helpful, and some thoughts about that. First and foremost, I think we have to take care of ourselves and we have to do our part to flatten the curve. That's the most important thing right now. So that means following the CDC guidelines for social distancing and hand washing and singing your song for 20 seconds and staying home. And I know that that's really hard to do, but it's really important. And self-care is incredibly important right now. So practicing your deep breathing and doing some relaxation and mindfulness, and anything that, helps you to feel calm and peaceful. So right now, it's really important more than anything to make healthy, safe, and smart choices. So the other thing I would say that most of us can do is to check on our neighbors. So call or text your neighbors, especially if you have older folks that live by you. So make sure they're doing okay. I know we have a neighbor that we check on pretty regularly. My husband in the wintertime will shovel her driveway for her because she's older and her spouse has recently died. And so just, while maintaining social distance, just, checking in on people, ask if there's anything they need. Hey, do you need some milk or toilet paper or whatever? And either adding it to your shopping list if you can, or if you have it in your home, leave it on their front steps or their back porch, wherever they access, so that you're respecting the social distance, but you're also being there for your neighbors. You can also, if you're comfortable, I've seen on social media people going on front lawns and opening doors and kind of chatting with people and having some face-to-face socially distant contact with people, or if they have a pet that you can figure out without coming in contact with your neighbor how you can walk them. Sometimes people can attach a leash to a railing or something, and then you could come and walk their dog for them, especially if a person is elderly or not feeling well, or or is one of those high risk groups and they don't want to go out at all, which is understandable. So that would be the first thing I would say. The other thing I would say is to explore opportunities to connect and volunteer virtually. So I think many people have seen, there's a woman right from my town of Scotia. Her name is Kristen Dater, and she started the 518 Rainbow Hunt after seeing the initiative in Italy. So the idea is for people of all ages to hang rainbows, make and hang rainbows in their windows at their home. And so when we're out and about, going on drives or just taking walks and trying to get a little fresh air during this socially distant time, we can see these rainbows, and the idea is to snap a photo and put a hashtag 518 Rainbow Hunt and post it on your social media, or you can actually do them on your own. So it's all over Facebook. And so what she said, what Kristen Dater said, was that she just wanted to spread smiles and bring people together during this kind of uncharted time. And I love this quote of her. She said, "I love how this group is bringing good vibes and great distraction to everyone, kids and even adults without kids. My 84-year-old grandparents have colored rainbows and displayed them." And I thought that was very cute. So, I say that this is going to change. This may change how we do volunteering in the future. And I was online and I saw that there's lots of, there's cool things popping up, like reading to the blind on Google Meets and doing things like that. So there are opportunities out there, and I think we're going to see a lot more of them. But I say, I think our students have lots of great ideas. So I say, be like Kristen Dater and start something on social media. I have great faith, particularly in the senior class, but all of our kids, they're super creative and they're super generous and are very kind. So if they have some ideas, they should start something. The other thing I was thinking is maybe if you're 17 or older, to give blood. There's a shortage right now, and Red Cross has assured that donating blood is very safe. They've made some changes to their protocol. So that's something that you can do. They definitely need blood. And that's something that they need for folks that are in need of transfusions. So that's super important. And I say last but not least, is just like very simply say thank you. So if you, like, I have a niece who works in a hospital in Boston, and she's working with folks that have been infected with the virus. So if you have someone like that in your life, a first responder of any kind, a police officer, a doctor, a nurse, a healthcare professional, make sure that you express your appreciation, either through a card, or if you happen to if you have an opportunity to do something else to express your appreciation. But I was also thinking about our teachers, and it would be a really nice gesture for our students to email teachers who have been working really hard, and way out of their comfort zones for many of them. I speak from experience. They've been transforming their classrooms into engaging and positive distance learning experiences. So I would say, shoot them an email and say, hey, I know this probably isn't easy for you and you probably miss me a lot, but thanks. And last, I was thinking, make a poster with a message to your favorite teacher or administrator. And on Friday during the faculty car parade, show us your message. I'll be there. I'll be there with all my dogs, and I hope to see everybody else there.
That's so great. So there you have it. Mohonasen High School, have an attitude of gratitude. Thank you very much, Blinn, for your time this morning and for that message. We are thankful for you, and we will talk to you all very soon.
Peace out.